The Tao Daily Tarot just around the corner. Here is a little heads up for you, as we usually do. This is the Oracle card. This is the overall temperature in this energetic reading. It's breathe. As we move out of the Mercury retrograde, past the super full moon and all of that, and into an interesting summer and fall, actually, these are the areas that you're working on. These are the areas that need to be resolved. This is how you do it. A fascinating, interesting, positive read coming up in a moment. Hello and welcome to this latest edition of the Tao Daily Tarot. Thank you very much for being here, whether you're a first timer, long timer, cross watcher, makes no difference. Come on in, more than making room for you, that is for sure. Alrighty, while I have you here, please remember to like, subscribe, share, and ring that bell. That puts you in notification table, and you'll get the brand new read sent to you every single day. Very important for helping me to build this channel on YouTube. Alrighty, for the new timers, first timers, how about if I do a quick explanation of what makes this reading different from other tarot readings? One, it's archetypal. I read the images on the card. I also tend to read energies. Okay, so with the archetypal cards, and I, by the way, only use about 8, maybe 9 sometimes, but just very few cards from 4 different decks, because the Tao is very basic, very simple, very direct. So archetypal readings, 8 or 9 cards. I read energies. I do not predict, because predicting kind of puts you in a box. You're looking for certain things coming from certain places or certain people. The energies are what seems to be the most important. People really like that. If you know what the energies are, you can figure out maybe how to work around them or manipulate them if you can. By the way, many people call this an energetic weather report. I agree. And I do a thing called the hyper shuffle. I'll show you that in a moment. And another thing that separates this tarot reading from others, I get it in a 10-minute window, give or take a minute, but usually about 10 minutes. And the reason is that you have a busy life. You have things to do. And you can easily squeeze in every day a 10-minute tarot reading, an energetic tarot reading. Alrighty, so very good. A moment ago, I just mentioned something called the hyper shuffle. Let me show you. And there you go. There is the famous or infamous hyper shuffle from the Tao Daily Tarot. Let's get to today's report. It's Tarot Report. We begin with the Oracle card, Breathe. Yes, yes, yes. You know, breathing is probably one of the healthiest things that you can do, and you would go, well, yes, of course, that's obvious, right? But no, it really is. It's one of the quickest ways to de-acidify your body's chemistry. Deep breathing. Stop and think, especially if you work at a desk. Have you ever caught yourself almost not breathing? Yeah, we don't live a lifestyle very often that really forces us to have to do some breathing. And so there's always that stress level that we take with us. But here's a reminder. Breathe. Very, very important. We're working our way towards the full moon. Immediately thereafter, it will be Mercury going direct. And then we got a busy year ahead of us after that, that's for sure. So breathe. Alrighty, here we go. We move to the first card, and the first card is the Three of Swords. Three of Swords, broken heart. Maybe something was said that broke somebody's heart, or somebody said something to you that broke your heart. Or it could often be stinking thinking that breaks your own heart. Lord knows I've been guilty of that in my lifetime, that's for sure. Stinking thinking, you break your own heart. You set yourself up, and then, ouch. So what it could be is somebody else breaking your heart, or maybe you doing that to yourself, sort of an inside job. We'll take a look at that maybe a little more down the road. Here we go, the next energy card from Coming and Going Energy. How about strength? It's going to take a lot of strength to make it through, especially with this Three of Swords that we just took a look at. And that may be why the Oracle card is Breathe, because it's going to take a lot of strength to make it through this next few days. In fact, probably all the way into the middle of July. There is a lot of work that needs to be done. There's a lot of commitment that needs to be done. It will take a lot of strength. You have it. You are working on it. And probably you're working on just trying to clear this, whether it's from outside or inside. right? Bad words, mean, cruel words, stinking thinking, whatever it is. We move now to the energy of pushing and pulling, kind of emphasizing this whole idea of stinking thinking. Ten of Swords. Now, I kind of like this card because it means, the 10 means it's the end of a cycle, end of a painful time. And you see behind the swords the horizon, the bright light, the hope. Because the stinking thinking or the painful words or whatever, that era, that period is over. And you're moving forward. As desolate as this picture looks, it is by no means. But to walk forward, we have the final card here in the pushing and pulling energy. You got the Eight of Cups. You got to walk away from something that you love, something that you're used to, something that you're connected with, something that is maybe almost a part of you, right? You've incorporated it. The person, the ideas, the things, the feelings, whatever. And you have to walk away. And it's tough because you are deeply connected. But you know that you have to do that in order to activate the rest. And that is why, again, I remind you of the Oracle card. Breathe. Very, very, very important. Alrighty, we move now to the first magnifier card. It is Page of Swords. Again, swords, thinking, words. And the page, always, every page in the tarot deck means that there's a change in the storyline. And so in this case, I'm thinking what is happening here is the Page of Swords is allowing you to begin the journey to control your thoughts, to control your words, to be more positive, to be more affirmative, to manifest the good, the great, the noble. Page of Swords, moving forward. And you have the strength to do it. We know that from the Strength card, right? And the other magnifier card, the Lovers. This, I think, for me, clearly defines not so much a romantic interest, although for some it may. But what it does is, originally, years and years and years and years ago, the Lovers in tarot was the card of decision. And again, what this emphasizes is what you have ahead of you over the next, certainly the next week, but probably well into July, and it really will set up probably the rest of the year. You have a decision to make. To leave those angry thoughts, those angry words behind. Accumulate strength by breathing. Breathe to move forward. Very, very, very important. Very critical time for a lot of people. They're feeling it right now. The full moon, which is a super full moon, is just sort of around the corner, a day or two off. And then here are the two cards that wrap it all up, the vice versa cards. Both of them going forward, by the way, today. This, of course, is the Queen of Pentacles. She knows her worth, she knows her value, and she knows what is truly valuable. Critical idea, because now we have the popular Four of Wands. Yeah, this is the commitment. This is the solidification. And what this whole reading tells me, highlighted, of course, by the concept of breathe, is the idea that this is a time to calm down, to relax, to center, and to get ready to move forward to a much better time. Because you know what your values are, and you want this in your life. You want the Four of Wands, the 1111 card. That's what you're striving for. That's what you're going for. But you got to remember to breathe, to keep that negativity from building up. By the way, well, I'm doing this reading today, not just for you, but for me. I'm catching a lot of it myself. So again, together, breathe. Keep the strength, keep the focus, and keep positive. That's the read for today. It's a really, really good one for sure. Alrighty, very good. So, again, remember to like, subscribe, share, and click the bell. That's the notification bell. Also, please check back with me tomorrow because I do a brand new tarot read every day, 365 days a year. And I would love to do a tarot reading with you tomorrow. If not, we'll catch up soon. And between now and the next time we do have a chance to sit down and talk tarot, Blessings.